One of the unique aspects of Teach Houston is that we train our teachers using an inquiry process. And it sounds a little intimidating, but it's a discovery process, and it's built on what we know about how students learn. That process is called constructivism, and constructivism means that students learn best when they construct their own knowledge, not when they're just told the knowledge. And so we are trying to train our teachers to not just be tellers, but rather to allow students to investigate and discover it with the teacher they are guiding and keeping them on track. You know, not just letting them go off in wild directions, but guiding them so that they make the discoveries themselves. It's so much more meaningful when you understand how a formula gets created and where it came from, and why don't I have to memorize all the parts of a formula? Well, I don't have to know all the parts if I know how it got constructed. And so I can reformulate it myself. So it takes learning in a new direction instead of memorizing all these facts. Memorize, 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 practice, practice, practice. Instead, you're investigating and you're learning how to build knowledge, and then you learn how to apply knowledge. And business leaders tell us this is the kind of learning that they want to see, because lots of students, very smart students, come out with tons of facts, tons of knowledge, but if they can't apply it, it's not particularly useful. And so they're trying to push universities to go in this direction of applied knowledge. Know how to use your knowledge. And that's what we're trying to do, is train teachers who teach that way. Rather than having students sit in rows and be lectured to and be told and told and told and told, let students have hands-on experiences where they are trying to investigate. The activity is set up well so that the students are going to have success, but they are discovering it on their own and then applying the knowledge on their own. So we use a process that's called the constructivist process, and this is where students construct their own learning, and we use a 5E lesson plan. Some schools have adopted that, and this is where the 5Es are: engage the student, and then allow them to explore, then allow them to explain what they learned. And then the back part of explain is the teacher tightens up the concepts to make sure they get nailed down well. And then the student elaborates or expands on the knowledge, and that's the application piece. And the last piece, of course, has to be evaluation. We have to check to make sure that students are learning